only console players will have any of these skins or other items. So if you've ever played on a console, follow along to see if you have any. And actually, some of these are way more rare than people think, but we have to go all the way back to Season 2, Chapter 1, where the first ever PlayStation pack was announced, the Blue Team Leader. Now, believe it or not, this is one of the most used PlayStation skins in the game, because when she released, it was so popular, but definitely great to have in the locker, and it does prove that you played back in Chapter 1, and she's pretty clean as well. Oh, and by the way, PlayStation packs are no longer exclusive, so they can come back at any point. But on the topic of PlayStation, in Chapter 1, Season 4, there was a console skin, the Royale Bomber. And actually, at the time, people didn't really like this skin. It was never popular. There was never really much hype around it. I mean, it's not the best looking skin ever, but for that reason, that's why this is actually rare, because less people was entitled to get it, less people bought codes for him, and overall, it's a skin that you rarely ever see. So definitely very lucky if you have Royal Bomber, because a lot of players don't. But moving on to the number one most expensive console skin in the entire game, and actually this is the rarest exclusive skin in the game, Double Helix. The Nintendo Switch released in Chapter 1 Season 6, and again, this skin was not popular at all. Most people don't really like the model used for Double Helix, but the colorway red, white, and black kind of carries the skin. Like, the colors are clean, but the thing is, codes for this now sell for around $4,000. Cypher recently got a code for 4,000, and this is like an ancient myth to find a code. Like, it's so rare. But if you had a Nintendo for it back in the day and you redeemed the code, you're extremely lucky, because Nintendo are pretty strict with their exclusivity, so he probably won't ever return. But while we're on the topic of Nintendo, of course we have to bring up the Wildcat skin, one of the best exclusive skins in the entire game, with 3 different edit styles. It's sweaty, it's colorful. I mean, Wildcat is a major W. I know a lot of people really want this skin. I have actually got a few spare codes, but I'm really unsure what to do with them right now, because this skin now sells for $1,000, and for some reason it just keeps going up in value. Like, so many people are wanting this skin, but to be honest, I can't blame them. It is one of the best. But not only that, maybe if you're a Nintendo player, you possibly have the Fleet Force bundle, which is the Wildcat pickaxe that also comes with a glider. To get this bundle, you had to buy the Fortnite Joy-Cons, and again, these are pretty expensive and hard to find now, so shout out to anyone on Nintendo who has these. Okay, next up, we don't have skins, but we actually have some edit styles. So let's start off with Xbox players. If you own the Master Chief skin and you log in on Xbox, you can get the matte black style. So if you're an Xbox player, you may have that. I'm pretty sure you can still get it, so don't worry if you missed out. But also, there's another exclusive style for Xbox, and that's the Black Marcus Phoenix. A lot of people don't even know about this style because it's not really much different to his normal one, but nevertheless, these 2 styles are only for Xbox players. But now there's another 2 skins with styles that only PlayStation 5 players can get, starting off with the Golden Kratos. I mean, first of all, Kratos is a pretty rare skin. I mean, he's not been out for over 1,500 days, but then it's more impressive to have the golden style because that means you play on a PlayStation 5. Now again, I'm pretty sure you can still get the style, so if you have Kratos, anytime you log in on a PS5, you should just get the golden one. It's pretty clean. But then for the other skin, we have the PlayStation 5 Alloy, which is like a blue style. This is really nice. Same as Kratos, I'm pretty sure you can still get it if you log in on a PS5. But it's good to see console players getting some love, as these styles are free. But on the topic of PlayStation 5 players, there is actually a skin you could have only got on PlayStation, and the thing is, only 6,000 people got it, making it one of the rarest skins in the entire game for the last few years, Indigo Kuno. A lot of people don't even know about this skin, and a lot of people have probably forgot about it as well. In fact, people don't even realize that it's not Kuno or an edit style, it's a separate skin. This came out when the PS5 was pretty new, so anyone who played on PS5 pretty much got this skin, as they had a major advantage with ping and frames. And actually, I don't even know if Fortnite know that it's so rare. Maybe they think it's already been re-released. So Epic, if you're watching this, make sure to bring her back. But it's a super nice skin, and if you know you played in this cup, check if you have it, because it's crazy if you do. All right, now we have a very rare PlayStation pack, which actually doesn't include a skin, but this is from Season X, and it's the PlayStation Pack 7, which comes with a wrap, pickaxe, banner, and emoji. Now, the reason I believe this is one of the rarest PlayStation packs is because it released in Season X, and a lot of people quit playing that season because of the mechs. Plus, it didn't come with a skin, so maybe people didn't care about it that much. But honestly, there's some good items in this pack, like the wrap is super clean, and overall, this is very forgotten about. Now, as mentioned earlier, PlayStation packs can make a return, but that doesn't change the fact it's still great to have any of them right now. I mean, just because they can return doesn't mean that they actually will. So owning any PlayStation pack in Fortnite is a major W in my opinion. And as we know, apparently the new PlayStation skin Cobalt Snow can come to the item shop. Personally, I don't actually see this happening, but codes for this skin are so cheap because of that. Now, moving on to some Xbox stuff, starting it off with the Dark Vertex skin. Now, in order to get this skin, you had to either own a Dark Vertex Xbox or controller and redeem a code that it came with. But here's the thing, at the time, it wasn't a big deal, right? People got it who liked it. But now the codes sell for around $2,000 or $3,000 just to get the skin. I mean, that is crazy. Imagine just getting this in Chapter 1 or Chapter 2, and now you have a $3,000 skin. That's kind of insane, but Dark Vertex is a really clean skin. I just don't think it's worth that much. Now, there is other Xbox skins that are kind of rare and still hard to get, such as the Eon. This sells for like $700 now, so you're very lucky to own it. But the reason it's not as popular as Dark Vertex is because simply the skin is just not that good. I mean, sure, it's not bad, but Dark Vertex is a lot better. And as for Rogue Spider Knight, this one is the easiest to get. It's not really my favorite Xbox skin. I do think that the black and white edit style is not bad, but shout out to anyone who has this skin. But here's where things got very different for Xbox players. Fortnite collaborated with Microsoft to release the Dark Scully skin, but unlike all previous consoles, you couldn't have got a code for this. The only way to get it was by logging in onto the Xbox that you bought, and it could only be redeemed once. So I feel like Dark Scully is going to be one of those skins you rarely see in the future because you can't get code for it. And then the same thing did happen with the Huntmaster Saber skin. Although this kind of went under the radar, I feel like nobody cared about this. But nevertheless, owning any Xbox skin is kind of impressive. Okay, for these next items, this is only for PlayStation players. Like, Xbox players cannot get these. In fact, PC players and Nintendo players can't either. But it's actually the PlayStation 4 and 5 cup rewards. Fortnite and PS are always collaborating when it comes to cups, and pretty much every cup they do has a reward. Now, most of the time, there's a bunch of different sprays that you can get. Sometimes there's even emojis, and maybe even wraps such as the star mapping. But these little things help your locker have some variety, and after all, they are free, so you can never complain about free items, right? But it's also free to use a code in the item shop, so make sure to use code ASHI, and thank you guys all for watching.